It's time for another episode of Coffee, Donuts, and Fucked Up Shit. Your premier podcast for insensitive material for sensitive ears. Please rate and review us on your podcast app. Enjoy.
How the fuck did you get in my house, Evan?
That reminds me of this one time I was using a Biffy and my jacket fell down in the hole.
No!
Yeah, I had to fish it out because I had a sandwich in the pocket.
Shut up.
Holy shit.
Shut up.
You sick fuck!
You gotta walk your dog.
That is a fat dog, Pablo. You're a good guy.
I love that you've been driving him home, but you were dropping him off at the block
Like a
before
week,
his
yeah.
actual house.
Like a block early. I didn't realize. I just
Sick.
assumed he lived in
Yeah.
the apartment's the end of the
you
block.
go.
But then he was just like, "Hey, can you actually just like drop me off in front of my house?" And I'm like, "Where? Well, this is right." He's like, "No, man, I live like a couple blocks down." I was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, dude. You should have said something." He just okay, whatever, my bad.
Right here's fine.
Yeah, just get out of my car.
He's learning how to be a Minnesotan very well.
Yeah.
by
He
not
didn't want to
saying anything.
reveal
Yeah.
his home address to you.
Maybe
Yeah.
not. I don't blame him.
It could
Yeah, I
be a
wouldn't
trust
blame him.
thing, yeah. Like you waited to feel like you would take him somewhere that wasn't back with you.
To my garage and
Yeah.
Well, I always had that. When I used to have a car, I'd always
Edit.
offer people rides.
Say
And
what? I was.
When I used to have a car, when the United States of America deemed that I was eligible to be
they're like,
behind
all right,
Behind the wheel, yeah.
we can't stop him.
They're like, all right, let's roll the dice on Clark.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd offer people rides. and they'd be like, okay, yeah, right here's fine. And I love doing the whole like, oh, do you want me to? No, I can. Here, let me just. And they're like, no, right here's fine. And, oh no, I can. Here, let me just go in your driveway. Let me honk the horn.
Let me wake your roommates up.
Who lives here
Can I come in?
with you? What do you got in there?
Mind if I
Do you have a couch I can sit on?
can I just like maybe stretch out on it?
Yeah. Just want to stretch.
So I'm gonna take my shoes off.
Hold a hammy.
Do you have a Afghan I could maybe pull over myself?
That's nice.
Can you
Yeah.
can you wake me up
It's
at
like
like
a-
8
Yeah,
o'clock
knitted.
tomorrow when I have to
blanket.
be at work?
A knitted Afghan.
Yeah, it's
I've
like
had a couple. Oh,
yeah. No, I was just gonna
you
yeah.
keep
Afghan.
talking about Afghans?
Yeah.
You're gonna continue to describe.
Yes, I was
An
Afghan.
Afghan. I had a couple of horrible
that's-
situations where I had really drunk friends want to drive me home,
Uh-huh.
Oh.
and it's just
Yeah.
like, no.
No,
Really, he's getting my car.
Rebecca,
No,
get in.
I don't. I really. How
Get in
about
the car.
I call you a cab and
No.
we go together?
No, I'm going
I
now.
Don't want to ride with you. You
I
could
got a Bon Jovi tape, and
Yeah,
it's
true.
all the way up.
and we will
Yeah,
sing
we're
it.
gonna
It's true, but we can sing it when
fucking
we
go
get home.
Do you want Taco John's?
We're going to the good one in Lakeville. Let's
We're
get
going
it.
to the good one.
It's like you got an extra like 45.
It's
to
45
an hour, right?
minutes. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go? No, we're get in.
Okay.
You're getting potato lays. We're getting that's what they are. The
The fun potatoes.
Potato ole.
yeah.
Potato ole. Get in. Get in.
Awkward.
Get
It's
in.
terrible.
And you're like, no.
I have to say, I did actually.
But then you get
Twice.
in. You
I
get in.
did get in.
I
because
love getting in.
It was so hard to get
Yeah.
out of it, and I'm a Minnesotan.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just so drunk, and I'm in
Yeah.
that social contract where I don't like making people feel bad, even though I know intellectually that they won't remember tomorrow that I made
But
them
in the
feel bad.
moment, it's very
You're just like,
compromising.
"Ah."
Yep.
It's emotionally conflicting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that I always get in.
Yeah, and then I tell
And
them
wear
that
a
I live a
seatbelt.
block away
Yeah.
from where I actually
Yeah.
do.
Oh, it's actually right here.
Yeah, it's right.
I see you at work.
Exactly.
Oh.
So I've decided I don't think there needs to be lemon Starburst anymore.
I strongly disagree.
I don't think there
I'm
need
not
to be
saying
lemon
I-
Skittles or lemon Starburst anymore. 'Cause
Here's the thing.
I like the lemon ones.
I don't.
Compliments the others.
I don't.
No,
exactly.
no.
It makes you appreciate the others more.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
but I mean, come on, you go to a Starburst party and you're like, hello, cherry. Oh, hello, strawberry. Come on over, orange. Lemon.
Nope.
I miss you, lemon.
Nah, man, you don't need no lemon.
It grounds you. It
Like,
kinda
lemon has
like-
its
The
place.
compliments.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
I
okay.
disagree. I'll take a lemon over an orange any fucking day.
Oh, those
Get
are
'em out of
fighting
here.
words.
Orange is the ball.
Get it.
man.
It's
bring,
not. Makes
bring
my-
orange on
I'm
over.
a pink starburst in a lemon starburst world.
Oh my god.
Someone's having a crisis. Man.
Don't mind me over here having
like-
a crisis.
Just like the coffee cup.
Like my mug says.
So basically, lemon is the candy equivalent of the Cinderella song.
What's
You don't know what you got till it's gone. Sadly eating lemon Skittles because you wish you had grape.
Probably the best voice in the industry, in my humble opinion.
I don't even know that guy's name.
I don't either.
Cinderella?
The
Ooh.
singer
Yeah,
for
who's the
Cinderella.
lead singer of Cinderella?
If
Cinderella.
it's not Sebastian Bach, I don't want to listen
He's
to
probably working at a Sbarro somewhere right now.
it. Yeah.
Probably.
Come on down and get a slice.
He's got his
No, his-
janitor's mop just like, just playing guitar, and they're like, get back to work, Phil.
I know you really like your hair long, but you have to wear the net.
You have to wear the net.
Sbarro dress.
Carl Thomas Kiefer.
Dang.
Carl Thomas
Kiefer.
Kiefer.
Wow.
Kiefer.
I was gonna say shout out, and because we're dabbling in social media now, we have like a Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, if you know the lead
2020,
singer,
man, you gotta
we
assimilate.
gotta get up with
the
the
obligatory
times.
drop,
Wow.
the name
So it's
drop.
like-
Your boy got Insta.
Well, I already won.
Well, thank you. So now
Wow.
nobody, but you can still
What about
Twitter,
TikTok?
You can tweet at us.
Twitter at us.
TikTok.
Snapchat.
No, we're not
TikTok's a new
TikToking
thing.
yet.
I just learned what TikTok
I
is.
still don't know
I
what TikTok.
What's the Twitter handle?
I think
Coffee,
it's
donuts and fuck
no.
that shit, or
It's
just
like
donuts
it's like coffee underscore up. I believe.
Flash up donuts your butt.
God, you should really know that before we plug it.
I did. It's
Like-
coffee
Maybe you
underscore
should.
up. I
You
know
did
can
it.
follow. Okay, you can
Coffee
follow us on Instagram at Lord Barkus.
Lord Barkus.
Yes, Lord Barkus.
Yeah, Lord underscore BARQUS.
You can follow my
Ooh, that's a
personal
style
Instagram
choice, a
account.
cute.
You can
I like the
follow
Big Dong
Marcus
Daddy
under
42069.
www.
You can find my private webcam service at
Uh-huh.
www.crisisline.com.
Oh my God.
Crisis Dreams.
Crisis Hotline. Jesus.
I answer the phone.
fantasies fulfilled.
I promise I'll cry during sex.
Yes.
Jesus. You want me to
Cry again, Daddy?
Stop it. That is disturbing.
I'm
You're
just giving
hired.
you. I'm good, right? I'm
You
a-
got the job, buddy.
I'm a little aroused.
I'm not. I'm a little
I
troubled.
know your fantasies.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Well, wow. Happy 2020.
Happy
We're
2020.
doing it.
We made it.
We're in the future.
We're here.
Made it.
Hindsight's 2020.
This is the first
True.
year, like,
Your
in my
hindsight.
life where I feel like, okay, this sounds like the future. Like 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds a little fucking weird.
It's like that Donovan song, In the Year 2100. I don't even remember how it goes. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That went folk rock.
I do that all the
troubadour,
time when everyone
Donovan.
when everyone asks me
Donovan.
if I know something. I immediately just go, "Of course I do." What the? You think I wouldn't know that?
What do I look like, a chump?
It's like that obscure Russian film in 1933. That was
Yes.
yeah,
One of my
classic.
favorites.
Yeah, I saw it in college.
I watched it this morning before work.
Yeah, I love that one.
I recently watched the Russian version of The Little Mermaid from like the 60s.
Little Mermaid whore.
That's it. She just swims around. She's like, oh,
She has gills. You fuck and she could fuck in the water.
yes.
Edit.
Movie.
Just kidding.
Well, speaking
No, it
of
sounds-
Russia,
Why when I say rapey stuff, I hear edit, but Evan can just like just
I
go
have
crazy.
a longer,
It's like,
No.
I have
We're
a
gonna let
longer
that ride.
rapey leash.
we're gonna let that ride.
it's true how we have different standards for different people.
Yeah.
We hold them to different standards.
Well,
Yeah.
You
Well,
you don't make the shots you don't take.
True.
Oh, wow.
Is that our slogan for
Throwing out
2020?
wisdom.
Yeah, no.
Wisdom
The
nuggets.
great one shouts out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you think Double Dare would have been like in Russia?
Oh.
Russian double dare. Wait, I think we talked
blow
about
cum
this.
bubbles out
we
through
did,
your
'cause
ass.
this is part 2.
Like
of Double Dare.
Czechoslovakian
Woo, Eastern European
or Eastern
Double
European
Dare.
double
Milk
dare.
cow for a
Come,
village.
children.
You
Come
jerk
get
off
closer.
cow to build electricity for city.
Here, you get
Doesn't
a
make
pack
sense.
of unfiltered
Win
cigarettes.
bicycle.
And
with one
potato
wheel.
to make stew for family.
Yeah. Have to bicycle with one
so
wheel.
much better
you have
than
to
America
win.
Double Dare.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's two
Kids
birds with
getting
one stone.
stuff, getting prizes, cash equivalences.
You know, in Slovakian Double Dare, if that kid wins some LA Light shoes, he's gonna get murdered tomorrow.
Well, hopefully not, because it's the
kids
only
know
light
where he
his family
lives.
has in their apartment.
Yeah.
In their shanty.
They just keep them stomping, like, just keep running, keep lights on.
This kid, you can't run in the dark. We find you. There he is.
That's bleak. That is very bleak.
Well, welcome to Coffee Donuts and Fucked Up Shit.
Hello.
Hello. I'm 2020 Rebecca.
New year, new
Rebecca
me.
of the future.
I'm not Jenna.
no.
right now.
I'm Eric. Hi there. Hello.
I'm 2011 Evan.
You're 311, Evan.
Yeah, 311 BC Evan. I fuck with no condom. They don't exist. Woo!
Sorry.
Where my coyotes at? That's
Oh.
my new fan. Clark's Coyotes.
I like it.
I snorted and it hurt my nose.
This morning? What did you snort?
Yeah, what did you snort?
Well, yeah, we were talking about because
Grief and trauma.
because we were talking about the New Year.
Yep.
And it's like, what'd y'all do on the New Year? What did I do on the New Year? Is I watched people on bath salts
watched
on YouTube.
YouTube
and
bath
YouTube
salt
videos of people on
compilations.
Yeah.
bath salts.
Which is a little better than Dick Clark hologram, Pitbull, Bud Light, Lime
a little better.
show.
I'd say wildly more entertaining than all those
Was-
things you
Yeah.
just said.
Was the music in the background like?
No, it wasn't music. Incredible music.
And it's
No,
like
it
sped
wasn't.
up, so the person on bath salts is just like,
Oh man, have you guys ever?
What were you saying? You said it was the like
Have you
the
ever gotten salty? Have you ever gotten salted? Is that what you
I
call
haven't,
it?
but
Have you been salty
I'm
before?
old. I don't
Oh, I got
understand. I don't know what
salty.
kids are doing. Like
I think bath salts is 2011, Evan.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't think
Evan.
people do bath salts
I just,
anymore.
like,
311 Evan.
I like to lick
Time
the
to turn
salt
on the
on the
bath.
bottom of a pretzel bag in my bathtub. Is that bath salting?
What'd you do?
She licks pretzel salt in the bathtub.
Oh, Jesus.
That
Is that also
That's
part
its
of your
own thing.
webcam series?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Getting salted.
That is a unique fetish.
that is.
She's
Someone's
got
got-
one really loyal follower.
Someone's got to keep
Do
the
it
lights
again.
on. Okay, this is also weird. I've been getting sugar daddy and sugar mommy requests on Instagram.
Wait,
like
there's
they're
sugar mommies?
What is that? What
they're
is that?
requesting me to be sugar.
What does that mean? So
Why are you
you're
so,
on
like, are you-
Instagram,
Yeah.
So
and
they
some
pay
guy
you?
called Sugar Daddy 69 just
This
like
guy reached
messages
out to
you.
me recently. He's like, "Hey, beautiful, I don't want sex. I just want you to talk to me, and I'll give you $500 a week."
Sold.
And talk to him.
Yeah.
And then another person is like,
500 a week?
yeah,
Just to talk?
Oh my.
Keep all your clothes on?
yeah.
What are you doing here? You could be making real money. Real
Get outta
cash
here.
monies.
I
Go out there
know.
and get that
Sell
fucking
your
dog.
soul.
But then a sugar mommy, she's like a baby sugar mommy, so she's like the youngest beneficiary is like her thing, and like she's like, I'm young, I'm 21, I can give you money, and I was like,
So wait, it's like a pyramid scheme? Like,
don't get
like
Yeah,
he gives you
I'm
money
not
and you
sure.
give
Why are
her
you
money?
approached by so
who's the
much of
pimp?
this?
3. I've
Yeah.
received 3 requests in the past, but I did also say to the universe, I
Are
could
they
use
like-
a sugar daddy, and
Oh.
And that's what happened.
yeah.
Oh,
maybe
so
the
like you're
universe
like
answered
you.
engaging like the
And now you're-
secret. Did
you're
you put it on your wish board?
I
or
put it on my I put sugar daddy on my vision board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to me
Vision
you're
board.
spitting in the face of
The universe.
The universe.
Yeah, you're really gambling. You're playing craps with
So I
those,
need to do it
that
better.
vision board.
Yeah. I need to. I'm
Is it
now.
like, I want to give you tons of money
you-
for
I don't-
talking to me, but
I'm-
just give
are
me
you
your social security
complaining
number.
right now,
Yeah,
or
but-
like
Yeah.
Or is this
you-
like monkey
you-
paw wishes? You know, where you make the monkey paw and you like wish that your brother was still alive and he comes
Yeah,
back.
I
but,
know what you're
but
talking
now,
about.
but now he has
Yeah,
a terrible
obviously.
gambling problem.
And he's a zombie.
Is that
A zombie
Stephen
with
King
a set
book
of
I
dice.
missed? Monkey paw.
Monkey paw.
Dude, that's got to be a Stephen King book.
Pretty sure.
And it's just a pawless monkey.
You're
just
supposed to
fucking
kill the
like-
monkey before you take its paw. You
That's just it. It's a revenge story
I
about
thought it was
this
reverse.
this monkey with no hands trying to find its paws, get its paws back.
Well, this
Oh my god, three-legged dog walks into a bar. A three-legged dog walks into a bar. He looks at the bartender and says, "I'm looking for the man who shot my pa."
Jesus.
You know what happened the other day too, though? I was thinking about the concept of catcalling. I was like, catcalling. And then I left the grocery store and this guy's like, "Hey, beautiful."
Yeah.
The universe is.
Oh, so you
sorry
like
about that.
manifest stuff instantly.
Was that at the Aldi? That was me.
Like, we were watching Nosferatu, that show, and they
He
call
still-
that shit as like a strong creative. Are you an indigo child?
He's
Is that what's going on?
sorry. I'm just thinking about Evan
What?
at the Aldi stealing shopping carts to return them for the
Yeah,
quarter.
let's think about that.
2011 Evan, baby. Woo! Fuck you, Aldi.
Stealing carts. Like, I'm gonna get that quarter back. I'm gonna get that quarter.
See, I steal the carts, and then I come back, and I'm like, "You want some carts?
I'll give you a quarter.
$5 a cart.
Oh.
Well, it's
They
only costs a quarter to
conveniently already
rent
have
the
your
cart.
name
Flipping
on them.
carts.
Flipping carts, baby.
You have to wait. You have to
do.
rent a cart at Aldi.
Yes.
Yes.
So that you.
Okay.
Oh my
That's how they
God.
pass
No
their
wonder I never
savings
go
on
there.
to you.
That's how they pass their savings on off-brand cereal to you.
Yeah.
Woo! I love Aldi.
Really? We went there once. We just left.
We walked in, used
We
the
did
bathroom,
not
and
buy
fucking
it.
left.
I take a
Nah, fuck
shit
this.
in Aldi, I don't wipe, and I leave a trail.
I like Aldi.
We were like, what kind of soda is this? Swasta?
It's called the Mountain Dew-Me.
Mountain
Dew.
don't. Mountain don't.
This
Mountain
is
don't.
Physician pepper.
This soda's called Climb Mountain.
It literally tastes like pepper.
Spritz.
Oh my God, terrible. I gotta tell you guys, because we just did Secret Santa at work over the holidays. And because my brain is always in like history and stupid shit like that. So I'm looking at all these presents that are set out for people for their Secret Santa, and it says to Piper from SS.
Oh,
and
I saw that too.
and I kept thinking of the SS.
Piper,
and so-
run away.
and I just imagine, like, in the middle of the night, the SS sneaking into the generic family pizza restaurant, being like, "Piper, we really
They're going
enjoy
to leave
these
the
goodies."
presents. Yeah.
I'm like, that is a terrible joke, Rebecca.
I love it.
But yeah, that's where my brain went. I was like, wow, the SS left Piper
No,
Gummies?
They're really trying to do an image reboot.
Right, it's like reparations. They're trying to,
Yep.
PR.
When I
kinda, yeah.
when I take an order at family style pizza restaurant and someone gets waffle fries and I'm like, "You want the seasoned sour cream with that?" I always abbreviate it as SS. I'm just like,
Oh shit!
"You want-
Careful.
you want some secret or some sour cream with
More
that?
kraut
Yeah,
with that?
Nazi.
I abbreviate it as SC,
Okay.
Oh, that makes
but
sense.
I abbreviate breadsticks as BS.
Okay.
So that's
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Like poop.
BS. BS.
You want a side of poop with marinara or ranch?
And black
Thanks,
olives is BO. So you get BO on your.
Is that called
your
secret
pizza.
sour cream or no?
Seasoned. It's not secret. but
No, I know. You
if
can have it. Anybody can
want.
have it. It's
Like
not
a
a secret.
side of
But I feel like I'm
secret
thinking
sour
back. I'm like,
cream.
did I
People
say-
will want it more if it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want, you like?
Secret.
You want like? Hey, by the way, do you want the secret
The
sour
secret.
cream?
By the way,
Yeah.
you seem like you're not a bitch.
I'm gonna get you the
You
secret.
want the
That it.
sour cream?
Do you want the secret beer? Just start telling people that you have a secret beer and everyone will buy it.
Mm.
I swear to God, it'll work. Be like, you want my secret
Just
beer?
pull it out of like a pitcher that I keep under the counter.
Under the dishwasher.
Yeah, it's like just
This is my secret beer.
I mixed an IPA and Mountain Dew together. This is my secret blend.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
like Mo.
Oh.
That does sound like Mo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk
Sounds
about?
like suicide again.
Should we talk about? Should we get back into Double Dare, you guys?
Yeah.
I double
it.
Hell yeah.
dare you.
How was everybody's holidays?
Oh, funny thing that happened to
What
me.
bath salts did you do on Christmas?
Oh my god.
The ones that make you happy.
The happy ones.
The ones that make you cry.
Oh.
Salts
alright.
for.
Somebody saw cats.
I did not.
That looks disturbing,
I
man.
know.
I
It
do
does
not
look weird.
want to
Can't
see.
wait to see it.
I've never wanted to see cats my whole
I feel like there's just gonna be like furries just pounding their meat in movie theaters everywhere.
Yeah, I
I hadn't think about that. I hadn't considered that.
Jesus.
we got it.
Look at the cast of
Your
cats. Look at
brain
cats and
go.
tell me the furry wouldn't be interested.
Tell me you wouldn't fuck one of those cats.
Yeah,
I mean,
tell me
you
you
know, the
wouldn't
way their
just.
tail drapes over their buttocks.
They're like so
is
like
pretty
ooh, they're so,
yeah.
they just look slutty.
You know, they're
Yeah.
little, slinky.
Curvy.
Slinking around
Yeah.
like meow meow.
Like,
meow.
I'm
I
a
think they're
pussy.
grotesque.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they're grotesque.
yeah. Just one. Hitting and quitting it.
Evan, are you a furry? 2020 Evan?
I've bartended
2011,
two
Evan.
furry conventions.
Shut
and
up.
Haven't I talked about this? I feel like I
No.
have.
Are you
Oh
serious?
my god! Oh, we need to dive in. I'll host a furry episode.
Okay.
It's crazy. I got invited to a fucking what I assume was like a furry orgy, a 4G.
A Fergie.
A Fergie.
It's a Fergie.
It's like a
Fergie.
fortnight. 4G. Yeah, it was
Awesome.
uncomfortable.
I feel like you
The
can't
worst
leave
was I did a
opinion on
brony
this.
convention.
Did you have to wear a costume?
No.
Oh, I wrote
But
a
like it would literally be like a fucking like wolf like mascot would just come to the bar and be like, "Hello," and I'd be like, "Hi, what can I get for you?" And they're like, "I'll take a Corona." And then I'd be like, "Can I see your ID?" And they'd be like, "Oh,
What, you mean I don't look like the
And
picture
then like
with my
yeah,
phone?
they just like give me. I'm like, you gotta take the. And like, well, I don't want to break. And I'm like, well, then you're not getting a goddamn Corona.
Then you're not getting a fucking
How
Corona.
bad do you want the Corona, Wolfie?
Ooh.
Did they talk in voices?
I feel like when they have the mask on, they definitely like exaggerate their voice, like blah 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 blah. blah.
Do they do those
Hi.
exaggerated motions with their arms and hands where they like cover their eyes?
Yeah,
and,
they
like,
do a lot of
"Ooh,"
like
anime
like your
style
generic
kinda-
mascot sort of miming. Like
yeah.
there's definitely a lot of that going on. Yeah, I mean, the best part was like there'd just be like some random couple from like like I don't know Kansas who just happened
Calling
to
you out, Kansas.
they booked of like weekend in Minneapolis to stay at the Hyatt this same fucking weekend as the furry
Oh,
convention.
hell yeah.
So and they had no idea, so they just like come to the bar and they're just like, what the heck is going on?
Nope, this is Minneapolis all the time.
I have to
Oh,
explain.
you're
I'm like,
right.
oh, so they're furries, they're just people, and they're like,
They're
well,
just
what
people.
is it a sex thing? And I'd be like, yeah,
Kinda, no. Sort of.
I
It depends
love
on the day.
bronies.
And then like literally like a furry would come up and be like, well, actually, not all of us are into the sexual thing. Like like it was just like, oh my god.
It's like, shut up, it's too late.
Like
Shut
the
up. Get a
fucking
job.
paperclip.
Move out of your fucking mom's house.
And again, I want to go back to the costume question. Like, if you were invited to a Fergie and you showed up
A
and just
4G.
and just showed up in plain clothing, would they be like,
Well, yeah, it's kind of a deal
I'll
breaker.
borrow you this oversized
Yeah,
rabbit
I
suit.
think it was. Yeah,
It's been
I
dry
think
cleaned
I can't
from the
just
last
show
one.
up as me. I gotta like
Yeah.
put on a little.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, would someone have a lender for you? Be like, here, just put this one on.
I haven't been spayed.
Oh, God.
You know the dialogue way too well to never have been to a 4G. I feel like you're lowballing us, buddy.
Kitty got 8 lives, looking to lose 1.
God, stop squirming and writhing when you talk like that. It's not, I don't, can't look at you.
always lands on us.
Nope.
I'm going to start talking about Double Dare.
Yeah, let's talk about Double Dare. I'm sorry for the interruption. I
I was just
apologize.
gonna keep
I
pushing
love-
it until
I
we went to
love.
Double Dare,
All
so
right.
it worked.
So we left off, last time we talked about Burt Reynolds, we talked about
Yeah.
Mark Summers,
And,
we
and
talked
disclaimer: if you have not seen the Mark Summer Burt Reynolds Jay Leno YouTube clip,
It's gold.
pause it right now
Mhm.
and go watch that shit. It's brilliant.
we went through some of the obstacles.
Push your mom off the computer. Be like, Mom, I gotta watch this.
Mom, Burt Reynolds got
Yeah, it's big hat. It's funny. So, we went through some of the names. Remember some of the names of the teams? That was fun. That was a good time. Backwash.
all the kids who died.
Yeah, they hit. What? The kids who all the kids who died. We
kids
went
who
through that already. No,
lunch
no one
meat.
died. What?
Urban lunch meat.
Urban lunch meat.
Yeah.
That was good. My favorite
Yeah.
one was
the
the
new Wu Tang Clan.
Yeah.
Gomer Bile was a good
Yeah,
one.
that was.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, we're gonna pick up with the floor, the legendary first floor
First floor
of Double Dare. Not that they were on the first floor as in the beginning of their show, but literally the first floor that
first
they
floor.
had.
I feel like
To
that's
get
what
into the
kicked off
building.
this whole topic to begin with.
I think it was
Yeah.
the floor situation at Double Dare. Now, we'll get into it in a second. So, Double Dare was first shot at a PBS station called WHYY in Philadelphia. Why? On a stage that wasn't exactly ready for its new purpose. The floor of the studio had a smooth epoxy finish designed for the purpose of rolling cameras across it. That's why it's super
Ooh,
smooth.
trippy.
And they learned very quickly how dangerous the floor was. To quote set designer Byron Taylor, "We learned that it was slippery on practically the first day. One of the camera people got a fracture or something. He went down. He went down early on one of the rehearsals or during one of the first shows. He worked the remainder of that first season with his ankle taped up. It was a constant nightmare."
Suck it up.
So, and this is still according to Byron Taylor. The floor was supposed to be a lavender color for the show, which bugs me. It bugged me the whole time researching because I remember the floor being blue.
This is like some
But
Oh, it's
Nelson
like-
Mandela shit.
Yeah.
well, no, I
Oh,
don't
you
think
got-
it's Mandela effect. I
Oh,
think
this
it's
is
probably because it was the
Mandela
first.
effect,
It's the
dude.
pilot.
You
We're
got
talking about-
Mandela.
I don't think I
You
got
got
Mandela.
Mandela.
Oh my god, I love those Mandela effects when they call it Mandela.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even know how to
You got a
pronounce.
bad case of Mandela, dude.
You don't know how to pronounce the thing your video is about.
Right.
Jesus, get a real job. So,
YouTubers.
yeah. So according to Byron Taylor, the floor was supposed to be a lavender color for the show. And the way they used to do this, apparently, according to one of the producers who came from Canada, was that they would put down a liquid material that you could then strip off. It was sort of like liquid rubber or liquid plastic, and it was used in paint booths, apparently.
Okay.
So if
Sounds
you
huffable.
it does sound very well. We're going to get to that. So, if you were painting cars or assembly line products, you could spray this material on the conveyor belts and other machinery and whatnot, and build up layer after layer of paint. And then before you leave, you just strip it all off and
Peel it
start
off,
the next day.
Throw it away. Move on.
But it's an industrial coating, and you're supposed to have a respirator and proper equipment to do this. And we just had some stagehands in this enclosed space, and we're pouring this toxic material all over the floor, and everybody's getting lightheaded, and it was just
That leads to more
So-
slips and tumbles, though.
yeah, you guys want to huff airplane glue in a really enclosed space?
Hell yeah.
little.
Just normal Friday night for me.
It's like I'm in 2011 again.
Yeah, 20. I mean, still 2020. I mean, you'll huff some airplane glue.
Yeah.
You're not above that.
Don't
Time is
rule it out.
relative.
Time is relative. Yeah.
It's got Mandela, bro.
Do you wait? Have we talked about Mandela effect before?
No.
No.
Pretty sure we
and
did.
Well, we're
in
not going
detail.
to now.
No, we did.
But we did.
We did. We all forgot.
Oh, that's because we
No,
got
I fucking
Mandela about our
remember.
Mandela.
Wow.
Maybe
Something
we
that
never
we
did
need
it,
to
dude.
mention. Yeah. So it wasn't just the floor itself that created a problem. It was cleaning the floor because they didn't plan ahead for this epic mess that was about to happen. There were no sewer drains or grating to hose the muck off the stage, so they just had to mop that shit.
Yeah, they're slapping whipped cream and baked beans around him.
Mop it around.
Whipped cream, just tons of it.
Baked beans.
Oh, we'll get to the baked bean. There's a good baked bean story.
There's literally baked beans, yes.
According to John Harvey, quote, gradually this set began to morph a little bit. I don't know exactly when it came in, but they eventually used a hard rubber flooring material like linoleum. It was a continuous piece and it was brightly colored, and they could use a squeegee on it. They built troughs in the front of the set, and in between every break, they'd take these giant squeegees and pull all this crap into these troughs and put the grates over the top of them, and it smelled like death.
Yeah.
Because from what I have gathered, it didn't sound like they disposed of the food, which blows my fucking mind.
Ooh.
So they're just literally in these troughs.
It's in these
like,
troughs
that
at the
are-
end of the stage, and they shoot like 5 days a week, and they do what, like 3 to 4 shows a day.
That's like
You'd think they would dump
400 gallons of baked beans at
just
least.
garbage just piling
Yeah.
up. Like, why wouldn't you
Just rotting under the hot lights
clean
of the.
that every day? I don't
stage.
see why.
But you can
wouldn't just,
recycle
like,
it and then use it to dump on children while they try to get the
There
flag
you
on
go.
the
Yeah,
crusty
that's
mountain.
true.
That's what crusty mountain.
I got
Hell yeah.
salmonella from Double Dare.
Yes, exactly. So to quote Property Master, I'm the Property Master.
I am
but
the
I'm
Property Master!
I'm the Map Lord.
I'm the Map Lord. Still the Map Lord.
You are the Map
bitches.
Lord. So according to Steve Panapacker, you could walk in the studio early in the morning and you could just smell the sour buildup.
Yeah.
You couldn't forget it. And Mark Summers said, the first day it smelled good. And by day 4, it smelled like an old high school cafeteria.
I was expecting the quote to be like, the first day it smelled good. The 6th day, it smelled better.
Hell yeah. So by the end of the first season, they figured they would probably get canceled. So they didn't.
Probably. Let's just.
No one's
Okay.
buying this shit.
So
There's
they-
no fucking way.
So they figured, and again, explain some of this logic to me. So they figured they were going to get canceled, so that's why they didn't bother to clean the floor. Let's just leave this for somebody else.
It's like, why do we make our beds?
Well, it's
I-
like,
We're
I
just
sure
gonna
don't.
mess them up.
I don't.
again.
Gonna mess them up again.
I don't.
I make my bed.
No, it's that same thing of like, I'm getting fired. I'm not finishing my fucking day of work. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Well, so they assume they're going to get canceled, so they didn't bother to clean up the floor, and they left, which is kind of a dick move, again, as far as I'm concerned.
though.
But, kind of funny, but they didn't get canceled, and they did end up having to clean the floor, which they had rolled up and simply left like a giant vomit-flavored fruit roll-up, just baking in the sun. To quote Mark Summers. At the end of season 1, we'd done 65 episodes or something, and you figure, well, hell, we'll never do this again. We'll get canceled. Well, we got picked up, and they didn't clean that blue shiny. I told you it was blue,
Yeah.
shiny floor particularly well.
Well, maybe the first floor was lavender and the second one is blue.
It's
Maybe Mark
cognitive
Summers has
dissonance.
inhaled so much
I can't handle it.
secondhand BO and shit that his brain's fucked up.
Yep, all that
Or you
huff.
could be slightly colorblind.
Yeah.
Maybe blue and lavender. Yeah,
Eh.
they're
I
close.
have a funny
No.
story I was just thinking about this morning that when I was a kid, I skateboarded, and it was popular to wear really novelty-sized pants for some reason.
Yeah,
really
really big
huge pants in the
pants. Makes
90s.
no sense.
I don't know,
Fucking Jenko?
not quite Jinkos. It was like,
Just a lot of denim. There's a lot of
just a
denim
lo-
in early 90s.
yeah, but so
Stereo MCs.
I bought this pair of. I got my dad to buy me this pair of what I thought were blue pants.
Oh.
That were like size 40 fucking pants. They were fat guy pants. And I got home and they were purple, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? I thought these were blue. That story goes on, which gets even funnier about because the lady who like checked us out had one of those things that you talk like this. You have to put it up to your throat. and
She
talk.
had throat
Oh yeah,
cancer.
stoma.
Yeah, she
Is
had
this
those.
where it gets funny?
Well, no, well, because she's like, it's whatever. These are $20. My dad's like, no, they're on sale. And she's like, no, sir, they're not on sale. And so it was this lady and my dad arguing over the price of this novelty-sized pair of pants in a
Lady,
Kmart.
you're scaring us.
And as I think back now,
I know
that
you
was
kids
my
like 'em sloppy.
that was
Sloppy.
my favorite time. That was my best time.
It's the best
The
day.
highlight of your life.
God.
Yes,
My purple pants.
my purple pants that I
Were
thought were
they-
blue.
Purple fucking flare pants.
Yeah, they were huge. They're so fucking big pants.
Oh, these are really
How
gonna
can you
get stuck in
skateboard
my
in those?
wheels.
I don't know.
Like
Exactly.
MC Hammer flying
I don't
around.
look up 90s skateboard pants.
They're
They're
big.
fucking huge. They're
Yeah.
I don't know how much
Siri,
fucking
90
dope.
skateboard purple pants.
I don't know how much weed we had to smoke to think that was cool, but apparently just
Not
enough.
too much. Just
Jank
a
'em.
few. Oh.
So back to Mark Summers.
Sorry, that
So, but they didn't clean that blue, shiny floor particularly well. So when they unrolled it, anybody who touched that floor broke out in the most disgusting blisters. It was like everybody had leprosy.
is lava.
Literally.
Yeah.
Flores
literally.
herpes.
It was the most bizarre thing in the world. Anybody who touched anything on that floor who then touched their face would break out in the horrible
Oh.
Ew, you had an accident. What does that mean? So, after moving to Orlando, the Double Dare set got better equipped to handle the waste that they created. A sewage system was implemented with grates to mop the glop into. Still, it was an enormous undertaking.
glop.
Mop the glop.
Mop the glop.
Undertaking
Mop
cleaning between
the glop.
tapings.
Can't mop the glob.
mop
Yep.
the glop.
Right?
Cat mop the
Mhm.
glop.
Don't edit that out.
You leave that in, Marcus.
leave it in.
So, that brings us to food waste.
Oh. If only they composted on set.
Well, they
Seriously.
did, but not on purpose.
Do you even
They
Yeah.
did. They just left it there.
Exactly. What, Marcus?
do you even compost, bro?
Oh my God, do you even stand by me, bro?
Oh.
So Double Dare caught a lot of flack for food waste, but they kind of deserved to because they did waste a lot of food.
Yeah.
A typical taping in 1987 used about 50 gallons of whipped cream, 30 gallons of slime, which was applesauce, vanilla pudding, and food coloring, dozens of eggs, and 100 cubic feet of popcorn.
Holy fuck.
Okay.
But according to Double Dare, they did their best to use food that wasn't going to be consumed
We
anyway.
fed it to the kids after shooting.
We just keep
That was-
reusing it.
That was the
You want
grand
some
prize.
slime and
We called
popcorn?
it Dare Fuel.
Gross.
Oh.
But for the record, as far as I understand it, pretty much all films, TV shows, and other productions are just insanely wasteful in general. Whenever they're done with a set, that shit goes in the trash. Lumber, plastic, food, all of it.
Burn it.
So
This
you can
sounds
put
like a
your
very
fin-
pro CGI stance.
Yeah.
No, that's just what I learned because it was interesting to me that so many fingers got pointed at Double Dare, just like, oh, you're being terrible. When people don't really realize just how calm and place it is. There's a lot more
you
fingers.
have to-
You need more fingers to point, guys.
You want to
don't
build?
have
You want to
enough.
shoot in a house? You have to build a whole damn house on
You build a
on
fake
a
house.
soundstage.
Yeah, and they don't leave that shit up. It just goes in the trash. They don't donate it to Goodwill, where Marcus can buy it for you as a sweet Christmas present later. Thanks for the Christmas presents, Blarkus.
Thanks, Barkus.
Blarkus.
You're welcome.
To quote Harvey the announcer, we got the. Actually, I'm going to quit reading the quote. Who wants to be Harvey the announcer? Evan?
Yeah.
All right. So you see where I'm at? We got the
We got the
occasional-
occasional complaint about wasting food, which, was not an illegitimate grievance. It did look like we were just throwing lots of food around when people were unbelievably hungry in America. But we would just try to use post-dated surplus stuff. If it's past the date on the can, you can't sell or distribute it, even if it's not rotten. Duh.
Did he say that? Was it-
No, it didn't
didn't
say
say
duh.
that.
That was just
Damn it.
artistic
But he probably
improvisation.
did.
But he probably did.
Yeah. Yeah, it's implied.
He wanted to say it.
Co-creator.
That's his catchphrase.
I'm gonna bring back duh this year.
Yeah?
We don't say duh enough.
Are you ever gonna do the little twist and do doy?
No,
Doy?
that's like,
doy.
that's 2022.
Oh, okay. Doy's coming back. For now, it's
2020, we're
duh.
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 Keep it open for
Just
the future.
duh or no duh?
Duh.
Duh. That
It is fun,
is fun.
right?
It's like a note. It is a note. Duh. It's got that double, yeah.
I
So
did jazzy.
Yes, and the hands along with it. Co-creator Mike Klinghoffer described the food they used as props. To quote, you want to do who? Mike Klinghoffer?
We were always asking
Whoa,
about the
Mike Kling, take it
food
down.
waste.
Easy, Klinghoffer.
Hey, I got a lot riding on this. There was a hot topic of conversation while we were shooting the show. It always bothered me greatly. The first time I was asked that, I was stunned. They said, "Don't you feel like you're wasting food? There are starving people in the world." I was just amazed, really. Somebody who is starving will want her whipped cream and chocolate syrup? It just seems silly. It does not make sense. I had to line it.
Just imagining like an airplane dropping off all this what do you call
Chocolate
it?
syrup?
Yeah, it's just
Like whipped cream and
boxes
mayonnaise.
of syrup and
Old
whipped
baked
cream
beans.
and just some decrepit village, and they're just like,
It's true. It's a point.
What the fuck are we supposed to do with this?
But Mike Klinghoffer was kind of Mark Summers will clarify for us a little bit because he wasn't entirely truthful about the surplus stuff. Mostly he was saying that just to kind of stave people would just be like, leave us alone. So according
there's
to
just
Mark
all
Summers,
these protesters outside Double Dare Studios.
no more wasted whipped cream. So to quote Mark Summers, Klinghoffer eventually made something up because he was the best at that stuff. He would say we would go to food warehouses and try and find product that was dated that they couldn't sell in supermarkets or to restaurants anymore, and they would sell us the dated stuff. It was more BS than I can begin to tell you. But we were just tired of dealing with people saying that we were not helping homeless people by throwing eggs and using pudding. We used food. We used eggs. We used chocolate pudding. The reality of it was, do you want to sustain yourself on chocolate pudding and whipped cream and all that crap?
Every
Go
day.
ahead. Did we waste eggs? I suppose we did. But somehow, not going through 100 eggs a week on Double Dare isn't going to solve the homeless problem.
And
So,
think
Mark
of all
Summers
the
on
joy
homelessness.
that was brought to all the children.
exactly.
That I
Exactly.
feel like that balances out all the
Yeah.
homeless people who didn't get pudding.
It's like I'm really glad that they...
I don't know. It's their money. They can do whatever they want with it, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah! You can waste
Trump
all the food
2020.
you want.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
New year, new vote.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about the bank.
No.
But to be fair, they did use a large amount of junk food and stuff that maybe wasn't exactly foodish, like Jell-O and something called Baker's cream.
Which was made from Baker, the
Just forget-
gaff.
Baker.
Gaffer.
Yeah, hey, Baker, you want to whip up another batch of cream?
Yeah.
I got a copy of
cream.
Jugs.
Give me 3 minutes.
So to quote set designer Byron Taylor, you couldn't really use canned whipped cream because it would break down. You'd make a pie backstage, but then in the time that it took to wheel it out, it's under the television lights. You never know exactly when
gooey.
something's going to happen because things could stop and kids might not take the physical challenge. You might have it ready backstage, but they might answer the question correctly, so you wasted time making a pie. And then it just sits
dummies.
there and deflates. So we had to find there's got to be a
better
way. Someone, maybe it was Steve Panapacker.
Maybe it was Panapacker.
Maybe it was Panapacker found out that there was a product that commercial kitchens could buy called Baker's Cream. Why are we all doing this in India? Why
Yeah.
did we start
Because
this
they're all
off?
just, who are these people? They're all just smoking cigarettes, like fucking around with pudding.
It was like buying a carton of heavy whipped cream, but heavy cream, but you whipped it, it could become stiff. Like
Baker over here.
Yeah, like Baker. Depending.
You need another batch, boys.
I think I'm
No.
fresh out of cream.
No, we got it, Baker.
Depending on how long depending on
I'm gonna
how
do
long
this.
you whipped it.
I'm gonna do this if you need it or not.
I made some anyway. Baker, we don't need any more of your cream.
I can't stop.
So depending on how long you whipped it, it could become very stiff
Ooh.
and hold its shape.
Yeah.
Sorry,
it
I'm
does.
just pausing for comedic. Everybody laugh. So that it was used for. So we use it for everything from whipped cream pies to the Sunday slide. We had to make 3 scoops of ice cream at the bottom that the kids landed in. That was just stiffly whipped Baker's cream.
I whipped
Everybody
up.
laughs at my cream.
I whipped up an extra stiff batch for you kids.
This one's real stiff.
I cannot say Baker's cream.
Practically frozen.
Yeah, this is Baker.
I was in the cooler again.
Okay, so just stiffly whipped Baker's cream that had food coloring added to it. You could make it look like a scoop of chocolate, a scoop of vanilla, a scoop of strawberry, whatever.
Scoop it.
That just means it's bloody. All right.
Yeah, this bat's a little bloody today.
You asked too much of a guy. That's what you get.
But I don't have health insurance.
I pre-bath myself.
The Double Door production staff is going on strike.
Oh, Baker.
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 Okay. Whew.
Anybody with the
And they-
name Baker masturbates all the time. That's just.
Well, it just makes this next
That's a
sentence so
given.
much funnier.
Keep going.
And they went through hundreds of gallons.
Yeah. Give me more Baker's cream.
They got Baker's cream deliveries.
Special delivery.
Baker's
Coming at you,
cream.
Mark. This one's just for you, Summers.
I filled another sock.
They
But
got-
now I need a sock. I only got one.
Hey, anyone got a sock?
I can't read any of this. It's all so much funnier now. They got Baker's cream deliveries every day. First thing they do in the morning was start whipping it up.
Back to work.
Back to work, boys.
What's the Wi-Fi password again?
To quote Byron Taylor, it was a tremendous cost and a tremendous investment in time whipping that material up.
I'm only one man, all right? I need a little recharge
They need to
time.
hire a whipping intern.
I'm not a machine, god damn it.
Since we would shoot a number of shows per day, we would have to redress the obstacles.
Ooh.
Once the kids slid into a pile or into the Sunday at the bottom of the slide and destroy it, we'd have to go back and mound it back up.
I just picture this guy just with crossed arms just laughing. Yeah.
And mound it back up.
Kids don't even know.
And dress it and make it look presentable again. Because in a few minutes, we were going to possibly run another obstacle course. And then in a few minutes after that, we were going to run another one. So we would try to use some of that material
Scoop it back
over
up.
again, scoop it back up, make a mound again, dress it with some more clean looking cream.
Give me that cream looking cream,
Fucked up
baby.
show ever, dude.
Baker's cream.
It sounds like an
I gotta
80s
get-
like hair rock song. Like, give me that Baker's cream, baby. It's gonna make you scream, baby.
That's definitely a David Lee Roth.
cream, baby.
It's
Maybe warrant.
Baker's
Pour some baker's cream on
She's
me.
my cherry pie. Yeah.
Lots of baker's
Ugh.
cream all the time.
In your eye.
In your eye, that's where I was
In
going
your-
to.
That's where that goes. So, Steve Pennebecker. Why does he crack me up? Hey, Pennebecker.
Pennebecker has a long neck.
You want to? you want to quote?
Glasses.
You want to quote Pennebecker, Evan?
Yeah, I still have memories of how when the whipped cream fell, it curdled. We cleaned up, but you never got it all. Over the years, we'd do some of the same obstacles. We'd clean them all, but every year when we got them out of storage, they still smelled like sour milk.
Ew.
Baker.
Oh, hey Jenna, you want to take Robin Russo?
Yes. I can't eat whipped cream to this day. I can't smell it, and I can't look at it. Can't touch the stuff.
One time, they used actual ketchup and mustard in an
Wasteful.
in an obstacle called ketchup and mustard. They learned very quickly.
What is the brainstorm tank of this show? They're like, okay, we use about a bunch of marshmallows, and we melt them in the microwave,
Yep.
and then we just throw it on the kids, and they just kind of roll around, and then we'll call it Brownie Mountain, where
We call
a
it
bunch of
marshmallow
chocolate-
burns. So one time they used actual ketchup and mustard in an obstacle called ketchup and mustard. They learned very quickly that vinegar stings when it gets in
Oh,
your
And then I love how
eyes.
they don't even there's no research. It's just like, yeah. Oh, shit, we forgot about that.
Also, mustard stains everything.
Oh, yes, it does.
Everything. That's when they started using pudding and just coloring it to make it look like what they needed,
Okay.
like slime.
It's pudding again.
But what if I was a kid that loved ketchup and they're like, hey, this is the ketchup slide, and then it's just fucking pudding that's
Call
red?
them out. You
Ooh, and then
call
that
them
ruins
out.
ketchup forever because then you have this cognitive dissonance
deceit of
about
ketchup.
ketchup. You're like, no, that ketchup tastes like chocolate. You're lying.
Yeah.
It tastes like baker's cream.
Yeah.
Ah, boy. Well, speaking of slime,
Nobody
though,
likes ketchup that much.
the crew.
Stop.
So I didn't know this, and I grew up in the 90s. The crew had a nickname. They had nicknamed the slime Gack, which
Gack,
was
yeah.
apparently a slang term for heroin.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Cool.
But Nickelodeon also did not know that, and they went ahead and licensed all that
Yeah,
shit.
I remember Gack. You could buy it. It
Under
came
the
in a
name
little
Gag.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kid, you want some
Came in
gack?
like a-
container.
You want some gack?
wrap.
You just had like gack, and you're like, great.
I came for heroin.
Well, what do
What
you
is
do
this,
with
idiot? You guys want some Gack?
I can't inject
You
this.
What's that? What
assholes.
is that?
What is
Get outta
that?
here.
It's green. Who's looking for brown?
Mm.
Black tar.
I got that gack.
And the slime kind of originated from the show You Can't Do That on Television. You guys are probably all way too young to know that Nickelodeon's first show that really kind of made their name was You Can't Do That on Television. It was a sketch comedy.
Yeah, I know what
for
you're
kids. Yeah, you
talking
remember
about.
that? I love that show when I was a kid. But that show really started the slime that was Nickelodeon's trademark. Except their slime was applesauce with vanilla pudding.
Ugh.
Or wait, and oatmeal. That was the difference. They had,
Yeah,
Good
clumps in there.
exfoliating.
they had oatmeal in theirs. And then there were the beans.
Oh boy.
There's the beans story.
The beans.
The beans. So they had this giant tank that they would fill it with balloons, sponges, styrofoam,
Syringes.
just, rubber balls,
Broken glass.
fire ants.
Heroin.
Climb to the top of Fire Ant Mountain, kids.
I hate fire ant
I have a
mountain.
rash again.
So one day they decided to fill it with outdated government surplus baked beans.
Hey, they're outdated though.
Yeah, they're
Why is
outdated.
it? Because they're government surplus somehow. That makes them worse.
Yeah.
You're just like, ugh.
They don't even have any brown sugar in them
Can't
or
just
any
be beans.
molasses.
They're like
any-
D-grade beans.
Yeah.
Any barbecue flavoring.
like what
I
they
wouldn't
feed-
even feed my horse with them.
It's like what they feed prisoners. or
I would say
something.
that as like if they didn't get jail issue beans at least. I feel like government surplus beans are just one step above
Are
jail.
they
that's one above?
refried?
Okay.
Maybe or just is
One
that
above.
what is that the kind of beans you get in jail? Is the government?
Why has the government
You get
got such a
government beans?
surplus of fucking
Yeah.
Why you got? What you
Yeah,
do with all the
government.
beans?
Well,
government?
where are our taxpayer money
Are
going?
these in the
beans.
Federal Reserve?
Trump 2020.
You stop.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Someone's just gonna be
Seriously, fucking
fast
stop.
forwarding and then just like
They're just
Trump
gonna hear
21.
that. Punch. God. And we do not want to get political on our
No,
show
no,
at all.
I don't
So
care
it's-
about politics at
no,
all.
we-
Not even a little bit.
Fuck
Gary Johnson 2020. There, I said it. Quiet all this time.
So they have this giant tank. They're going to fill it with beans. To quote Byron Taylor, we had to go all over the city of Philadelphia to get big restaurant-sized cans of Heinz beans.
Can
or
we have your
whatever.
beans?
That
What are you
ba-
gonna use your beans for? Come on, we need the
We
beans.
need your extra beans.
that baker guy's back. Now he wants beans.
Big. He keeps
just-
offering us
Bake us
cream
beans,
and then
bake us
requesting
beans.
beans. I don't know.
He was just asking for dirty magazines last time. But
I'll trade you my cream.
I'll take
Change
these
my cream
beans.
for your beans.
We went we went to all the commercial food places and bought them out. We bought bags of dried beans even. I would say it was mostly water, a lot of beans, and maybe there was some pudding thrown in there.
Of course, there's pudding.
And to make sure they got their money's worth, they filmed an entire week of episodes, 25 to be exact, with the same beans marinating under the hot stage lights.
Give me
Same
those hot
beans.
beans, baby, hot beans.
oh, but it
Hot beans.
smelled just
Hot
like
beans.
like a barbecue. And
Well,
or like
yeah, they don't talk about the smell. I can't imagine the smell.
I mean, baked beans smell kind of good.
I love baked beans.
Kinda for a minute.
Compared to
For a minute.
what?
Yeah,
don't
for a
know.
minute. Well, I don't know. I mean, have you ever smelled
I-
baked beans
I
and been
don't
like,
like baked
ew, I
beans.
hate
If
new
they're well
Axe bean
seasoned.
body spray.
New Axe baked bean body spray in 2020.
It's a new crossover with Heinz 57.
Yes, I heard they'd merged. But then they had to get rid of the beans.
We gotta get rid of these beans.
Hey, we gotta unload all these beans on
Bill
something.
Hey, do you want the
beans.
beans back that we got from you?
We gotta. We had to bring in the big guns. Evan, do you wanna quote Harvey the announcer?
Steve Pannepeckett called the honey wagon. You know, the guy who brings the big sucker truck that sucks out septic tanks. He's parked outside on 7th and Arch in Philadelphia, and he runs a big long hose into the baked bean tank that's been out there all week under the lights and sucks it out.
And Byron Taylor says, a real mistake was to make it look like there were pieces of pork in there. We put chunks of square foam rubber
Why
in
do you
the
have to make
tank.
it look like there's pork in
Because
there?
it's more authentic.
Yeah, like pork and beans.
Slow roasted pork beans.
Although if you're really eating pork and beans, you only get one little piece of
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the deal with
styrofoam
that,
in there.
Vandy Camp? You get that whole can of pork and beans, and you get like one little
little
cube of
pork
pork, and you know who always ate it? My dad. My dad's like, fuck you guys.
I'm the
pork.
father of
I'm
the
the
house.
man.
I get the pork.
I get the pork cube.
Mine,
Pork cube's mine.
Pork cube.
Don't even think about it, little girl.
Dad, the pork cube is the only part of the bean. Because I fucking hate beans.
That's fair.
I hate
Well, it is
pork and
called
beans.
pork and beans, not like
They do.
not
Pork,
pork.
it's not plural.
yeah.
It's not porks
I'll
and
have
Porks
some
beans.
porks
beans.
and bean, please.
Porks and beans.
Porks and beans.
Porks and beans. You got one little bean in your pork.
I'd rather have porks and bean. Cause
Yeah, I would like that too.
Yeah, bring that out.
Have one bean,
Can we get
please.
that can?
And I'll have some more beans.
Can we get that limited edition Vandy Camps or Bush's Baked?
It's just a can of
Pork
shoved full of pork
bean.
and one
One
bean.
bean. Porks and bean. So back to Byron Taylor. Our real mistake was to
A
make
real mistake. The biggest regret I have.
was to make it look like there were pieces of pork in there, porks, and we put chunks of square foam rubber in the tank. You couldn't see through the beans though, so the septic tank man would suck up these hunks of foam into
Oh,
his
man.
hose, and they'd shut everything down. It took him hours eventually to get all the beans and avoid the foam. And Jenna, you want to take Robin
He
Russo?
was so pissed off.
As he was finishing up, he said, "You know what I do for a living, right?" And we said, "Yeah, you suck shit out of the ground." And he said, "This is by far the most disgusting thing I've ever had to do." And it was like, wow, we have achieved immortality. We grossed out the honey wagon man.
Yeah.
Honey wagon man.
Honey
I've
wagon
seen a lot
man.
of beans in my day. But this,
This is like nothing before.
This, you guys.
This is pretty epic to gross that dude out.
Yeah, to gross out the septic tank
The
man.
shit sucker.
Because he, he is just shut off from all emotions
He's
at this
Oh, yeah.
point.
desensitized
He's
to-
like,
yeah.
That dude lives in an alcoholic
That dude is
haze, I gotta
alone.
believe. Just get up and do it
Very
again day after
alone.
day.
makes really good money though.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Actually, I think that's true. I think
You
I
can
wouldn't
make
doubt it.
50K
Yeah,
and
that's a dirty
then
job.
just be alone.
That's actually, I think I saw they did an episode of Dirty Jobs and they were following that dude around. He's like, yeah, man, I make great cash.
Didn't your grandpa or one of your family members or like somebody used
Yes,
to
I have
clean
those.
because you told me the story
They're very
about
proud of
somebody. You told me the story about someone who used to clean out the biffs and they found vitamins.
No, that's
That your vitamins don't dissolve in your body.
That
or
was some
something?
guy who went to my Uncle Joe, and he's like,
was
"Hey, I
some
gotta show
guy?
you something." Some guy who cleaned out, portabiffs. It was at the recycling process of it because they have to sift it down and like get it because like people just you've looked into a portabiff when you've been to a
Well, not
outdoor
really. I know
what you're
festival.
talking
People just throw
about.
I don't look
bottles
at it
and
really hard.
sunglasses and whatever.
Yeah, that's
Capri
true.
Sun packets.
Flip flops.
So they have to they have to
Babies,
sift it all
pork,
down to a fine
badgers,
pork goo, I guess.
pork cubes.
Before they do whatever they do with it. But yeah, this guy told my Uncle Joe, who's really a kind of a health guru guy.
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, he's a good guy.
He's a really
good
good
uncle.
guy. He's a good guy.
Good uncle
the
stories.
type of uncle you invite
But
to a party.
basically he showed him that like vitamins don't really break down in your system. They just go through. Because the guy had a big like tray. He was showing him trays of vitamins that have
You
just
can
passed
resell
right
those,
through
repackage
people.
them.
Yeah, you can
Flippin'
repackage those.
vitamins.
Yeah, flipping vitamins.
Free vitamins. It's a great
Yep.
deal.
Patent pending. That is why I switched to gummy vitamins.
Uncle Joe's.
Because they passed.
Uncle
That
Joe's.
reminds me.
They don't
Vitamins.
reform back into a gummy.
That reminds me. This one time I was using a Biffy and my jacket fell down in the hole.
No.
Yeah.
I had to fish it out because I had a sandwich in the pocket.
Shut up. Holy shit.
Sick
up,
ass,
Mark.
You
you're
sick
lying.
fuck.
Talking like roast beef?
Yeah, what kind of
And
sandwich
that's where
was it?
save it.
Because if
If
it
it was
was,
like an egg salad, just
if
let
it
it go,
was
man.
a McRib, I would fish that bitch out too.
Not my McRib!
Ooh, definitely
just, like,
McChicken.
These are
the
limited
sweater.
time only.
My rib hoogie.
Oh.
Not my rib hoogie.
What were you saying, Jenna?
Um,
You look like you were saying something, and everybody's yelling. And
I was saying
get
I
a
like
word in it.
McChicken sandwiches. That's the type of sandwich that I would
That's-
take out of the
Thank
toilet.
God we squeezed
yeah, what
that in
sandwich
there.
would you save from the toilet?
So
That is a
how was
really
the
good-
sandwich,
was it-
Marcus?
Yeah, what did you make it?
Did you eat it immediately after?
How was it?
I was starving.
Was
Was it warmed by the
Eat some
sun?
grass next time.
You
Oh
sound
my
like
God,
you
starving.
sound like you're upset that all the bean wasting that's happening on this show.
It is sad. That just made me think of your Starving Artist band, Evan. Remember when you were singing us Starving
Yes,
Artist songs? Oh, you
yes.
made me laugh till I cried.
Hoagie in the porta potty. It calls for me.
You're British now. I didn't know
I'm
you
whatever you
switched.
want.
I didn't know you switched.
2020.
I do like that question though. If you what sandwich do you love so much that you would dig it out of the toilet?
God.
Double bacon hoogie from Family Restaurant.
Family
I do love a
restaurant.
double bacon.
Damn,
hoogie.
that thing is
Double
good.
bacon
I
hoagie.
love Reuben.
Add
I would-
jalapenos.
It was in a Ziploc bag.
Good.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I love a pork tendy.
I just trust
would dig.
Ziploc.
Yeah.
You just trust Ziploc.
When it's green, it's sealed.
You
Blue
know,
and yellow make green.
I've seen those commercials. They turn those bags upside down and
Hey,
nothing
shake.
falls
Good
out.
Getting out.
shake, shake.
Nothing-
No
Shake, shake.
feces is getting into your roast beef sandwich.
Yes.
I love Italian sandwiches. Sorry, it's just in my heritage.
Stereotype.
So that's
Yeah.
what you'd pull out of the
Stereotype,
toilet?
right?
I'd pull out a Reuben. I'd pull out a hoagie. I'd pull out an Italian sandwich with some. I'd pull out a sandwich
Reubens-
on rye. I fucking
Yeah,
love
I
sandwiches.
don't know.
Reubens aren't
Pork
I'm,
tendy.
I'm leaving
No,
the
they're not. They're
sandwich
more fun.
in the poop hole.
If it was a pork tendy, I'm gonna eat that.
Going
I'm
for
gonna
it.
dive in and
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in there and finish my pork tendy because those are awesome. A breaded
Those are
pork
good.
tenderloin sandwich, bring
Yeah.
it over.
Did you know Burger King used to have those, but it was on like the secret menu?
That's why you gotta
I
start
worked at Burger
telling
King for a while.
customers that we have a secret menu, but lie to them about it. Just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's on the secret menu.
Just order it, make them wait for like a half hour, and then like
you're
go
like,
back
"No,
to the
it's
kitchen and be
secret."
like,
Spite
"I'm
squad
sorry."
from a different restaurant.
Just be like, "I'm sorry. I guess that was all wrong about that secret menu thing. Never mind. What would you like to order, sir?"
Oh man, you dick. That'd be terrible.
Yeah, and Burger King had a pork tendy sandwich for a while, but it was a secret menu option thing. You had to ask for it.
You had
It
to
wasn't
knock
up on the big
twice.
board of everything.
You had to go.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Know a
yep.
guy.
Wink, wink.
You gotta know a guy.
Doesn't
exactly.
Arby's have like
I'm
an
the guy.
all and every meat
Secret
sandwich
sauce.
on their
All the
extra or their
meats.
secret menu?
McDonald's has the land by what is it? The land by sea by air or something where it's
Oh.
it's a chicken,
Surf and turf?
fish, and then beef.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's on their secret menu.
So double dare then, you guys, huh?
double dare, double dare.
So as I was saying, you can't have a game show without prizes.
Got it.
Yeah, prizes,
And-
prizes,
Tell 'em what they want.
prizes.
Tell 'em what
you
they
want
want.
a date with Baker?
Oh.
Hey,
Lucky
But I'm
you.
only 11.
We know.
Bacon can be
Edit.
11 too, times 4.
So Double
I'm
Dare,
divisible by 11.
they had prizes. It was winners that they had kind of a hard time coming up with. Was cool
We got
about
the prizes. You all just suck.
Yeah. Well, because Double Dare was set up so that whatever obstacle you won, you got that prize. It was just grand prize winners were kind of hard to come by, getting them to actually succeed all the way through the obstacle course. So out of 65 shows, they would average about 13 grand prize winners.
Oh, that's a low odds.
Yeah. To quote Dana Calderwood,
We really didn't know if we would have winners or not. Almost every game show has started a number of wins per episode. Sometimes we'd go a long time without a winner, and there's not a lot we can do because of the standards and practices and fairness issues and things like that. So you can't change the obstacle course midday. The rules were that we had to pick an obstacle course and live with it all day, whether we had a winner or not. But the next day, we could try to make it a little easier by making one or two of the obstacles ones that you could run through quickly and grab a flag. But nothing guaranteed a winner.
one of my favorite things about researching Double Dare has been learning about how much the crew did to help the kids succeed.
It's for the kids.
They really did. They were really on the
that's
side of the kids.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. You'd be like,
I'm not going to Busch Gardens, you little
you
shit.
tie their shoelaces
You would, like,
together,
trip
you
them on the
asshole.
course.
Exactly. So during the commercial break,
Put
before the
X-Lax
kids
in the pudding.
Just as a kid takes off, just give him a good solid shove in the back.
kick in the back, yeah, boom.
Daddy, I ate the vanilla flavored ketchup and my tum tum hurts.
My pants are brown.
So during the commercial break, before the kids would run the course, the crew would take them through the course and explain it to them and give them like a bunch of hints and strategies and help them out as much as they could. To quote Mark Summers, you might as well have said stuff in Spanish, French, or Japanese because they never heard a word of it.
Yeah, they're wound up. They're
They're
excited.
so excited.
They're not paying attention.
We'd say, on your mark, get set, go, and they forgot everything. And then when they couldn't do it, they couldn't understand why. We gave them every hint that was legally possible, and they wouldn't follow through on it. There wasn't a lot of disappointment, though, because the fact that they got on the program, that they got on the obstacle course, they were just thrilled with that.
Yeah,
being
that was prize enough.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing that I learned about kids is that they have a poor grasp of the concept of money. They,
They suck at budgeting.
I get him to do free shit all the time. Rules.
Kids don't really care if encyclopedias are worth more money than a Discman. They just want the Discman. Kids understand intrinsic value. That's how prizes were placed on the obstacle course, by intrinsic value, not by
Did
monetary
they
value.
seriously have encyclopedias? as
Well,
prizes?
They did. That
It's
was
also
one of the prizes.
resale. Like, hey, do you want to buy this Discman, or would you like to buy this Encyclopedia Britannica
Well,
set?
I
Like,
understand that.
I don't want encyclopedias.
Third grade me loved dictionaries.
I'm trying to.
We're
blaze
talking about
some fucking
encyclopedias.
Matchbox 20
It's like
in
the
my
same
ears.
thing.
It's not.
Wikipedia, but in a book.
Yeah.
It's like Wikipedia by a buck.
Well, you also have they explain with Double Dare that cash equals cash. So $50 equals $10 is $10.
Yeah.
$20
Okay,
is
hold
$20.
on. You lost me at cash.
$30. The thing about the prizes is they have a cash value instead of. So while that bike might be valued at $500, the show could obtain it for mere pennies on the dollar, if you will. So that was far more cost effective for the show to do rather than give prizes. That's why they didn't do a ton with the cash prizes.
Okay.
But we addressed that earlier in the first half of the episode. And again, like we said, plus the kids considered just being on the show a prize unto itself. To quote Harvey the announcer,
I think after 5 episodes, I went, oh my God, they really don't give a crap about the prizes. They just want to get goo all over them and give them permission to jump into a vat of green mesh and get completely covered head to toe.
Javi.
I'm dying.
oh no, Harvey.
Yeah, I don't have long.
There's that story about a kid who cried when he won a trip to Disney World.
What?
Little
You
bitch.
ungrateful little shit.
Little bitch.
So we're
Was he
gonna.
crying? But was he crying in ecstasy? or-
No. Quoting Dana
Fuck that.
Calderwood.
Busch Gardens.
Let's see, what was your Dana Calderwood? We used to shoot the show in Philadelphia, then we shot in New York, and the last seasons were done in Florida. But the viewers don't know where it's shot necessarily. One time a kid won the obstacle course, and the grand prize was a trip to Disney World. The kid started to cry because that wasn't special at all. He lived in Orlando. He had been to Disney World. That wasn't a grand prize as far as I'm losing my accent.
That was a Wednesday night
Exactly.
when his divorced
That
dad
was-
took him there.
Oh.
Hey, we're going back
Wanted
to
the
Disney
Pluto
World.
buffet again.
Oh.
Hey, go to the Little Mermaid bar.
Daddy's gonna get a mermaid. Mermaid mommy.
2 for 1 tequila shots. Shoot us.
How's your mail order mermaid bride? Pretty good. So,
Scaly.
good stuff. So we're going to talk about some of the prizes because Double Dare prizes were fun. They included lots of cameras, various forms of the
Kids and
CD
cameras.
player, boombox, stereo, Discman. They had skateboards, rollerblades, phones, bikes, microscopes, telescopes, all the scopes.
Scoping.
All the scopes, tents, encyclopedias.
Sniper scopes.
Oscilloscope.
Colonoscopy.
Yep, all the scopes. Foosball tables,
Ooh.
computers,
Fuck
really old, rickety wooden computers, camcorders, various musical instruments, remote control cars, and gift certificates for KB Toys and Toys R Us. Those are the prizes that
yeah.
pop up the
Yeah.
most.
I loved KB Toy when I was a kid.
I would fuck hard with a Toys R Us gift card.
See, I'd
Anytime
rather
I
do Toys
saw,
R Us.
like, there was always like you had 60 seconds for the kids to like grab everything in Toys R Us, put it in a card, and they
Yeah.
could keep it. I was just like,
Yes.
I wanted to murder those kids.
Yeah.
It's not fair. I didn't get to do that.
Fair.
No. And
They
they're
were never
stupid.
good at it
no,
either,
You're
somehow.
stupid if you
They're
put something
stupid
big in it. The fucking
yeah.
no, put little shit in there. Go for
Whatever,
the
yeah.
video games.
The resale value.
Right, intrinsic value. Well, that makes me think of the show Supermarket Sweep. I don't know if you guys remember that game show.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
high school.
Love that show.
In high school, I used to get drunk and watch that show when I was like 17.
Yeah.
Like a bottle of Blue 100 and Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah.
That could
That's
be
a-
me one day.
Make a day of it.
Someday.
2011, Evan.
But man, I would have killed Supermarket Sweep. I
Yeah.
had a fucking plan.
the
You know what you
routine.
do?
Does any- you guys know
go
what
straight to the
Supermarket Sweep
pill
is?
aisle.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, I didn't.
Wait, is it
straight
just you
to-
put them as many things in your cart?
Yeah,
Well, it
people.
starts off with trivia, just like Double Dare, and then you run through the supermarket and fill your cart.
Yeah.
Oh.
And whoever like fills their cart with the most money wins.
Life cereal.
But no, you go to if you're on Supermarket Sweep, I would go straight to the fucking medical aisle. I'd be
Ah,
like,
yeah,
I'd
smart.
get all those tiny bottles.
Shampoos.
Oh, shampoo, Tylenol, fucking
condoms.
yeah,
Condoms.
Condoms.
Fill that bitch
Herpes
up
cream.
with all that little. People they go right for the hams.
They always
They're
throw
like-
turkeys
they're
in the
always getting
thing.
The big
Turkeys aren't that
hams.
expensive.
Truffle
I know.
mushrooms.
I just love it because people are just running like
yeah.
wild animals, like savagely plowing into shit. Like,
90s
it's so good.
housewives and
Throwing
pink
shit.
sweatshirts.
Yeah, knocking everything
man.
down. Loved
Imagine
it.
Supermarket Sweep at Whole Foods.
Oh.
That'd
You
be
just walk in,
awesome.
grab a few things, and be like,
And
I
you
won.
Exactly. I have a kombucha and a sandwich.
Yeah.
I won.
You won.
It's worth $49.
I hope I don't drop this sandwich in the biff.
Mm-hmm.
But something which also popped up repeatedly for the prizes, which I love, it was referred to as, because I went through all the prizes list, it's referred to as, quote, assorted records. So you just get a bindle of
You get some
New Kids on the Block.
Tony Bennett record.
Okay.
Tony Orlando and Don. Another thing that popped up a lot was the singing machine, which was a karaoke machine minus the video component.
Oh.
Oh, you got to pay extra for that.
Yeah, I get.
you gotta just learn the lyrics on your own?
Yes. You just gotta memorize them. They gave away NES Power Pads. Remember those?
Yes, I remember those.
Yeah, me too.
They're like
Yeah,
it was like a
same.
big
'Cause I
twist.
don't.
It was like a big electronic twister thing kind of that you ran and jumped and you played track and field on.
Ooh, fun.
I don't think those.
That's a
those
rich kid
stuck
toy. I
around.
couldn't have that. I wouldn't. But
They
I
have an
could look
NES
at it in
Power
my
Glove?
my latest
Sure.
issue of Nintendo Power.
Yeah, I remember those.
Hell yeah.
They had lots of portable TVs. There's one called the GE Home Theater, which looked like a boombox and a TV had a baby. It was pretty cool.
Oh, wait, hold up. The TV had a baby?
A boombox and a TV had a baby, yeah. And then the Tiger Electronics kept popping up. Do you remember
Tiger.
those?
Oh, I
Yeah.
actually do know those.
There was a little handheld, but it was
Yeah.
only one game on it.
Yeah.
All you
like
need is one
football.
game.
Just generic ass like
yeah,
like
bowling.
baseball.
Snake on a keychain.
Encyclopedia. I hate this game,
hate
Tiger Games.
Fine, I'll look up the meaning of where's Portland. Okay, that's fascinating.
There were some trips to be had: Disney World, Hershey, Pennsylvania, Busch Gardens, Space Camp,
Yeah, Space Camp.
and Family Double Dare gave away cars. They
Oh,
also
shit.
they had a couple that way. They had concert tickets with front door limo service. They did this twice. They had once for Bon Jovi and once for the Monkees.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
do
The
kids
monkeys?
want to see the monkeys at that point?
Do parents want to see the
Wanna
monkeys?
see Bon
Who?
Jovi?
Nobody.
Well,
some
kids
of-
would want to watch Bon Jovi, but
maybe.
the monkeys?
No, by that point though, because we're talking late '80s, early '90s. At that point, who
Right.
gave a
Those
shit about
monkey
Bon
limo
Jovi?
tickets pretty
and-
cheap, I assume.
The what?
The monkey
Monkeys?
limo tickets.
Yeah, those are fucking
That's
free.
like
Talk
$5.
about cash value.
Please come to our show.
And didn't they have to get taxed out on these gifts too, right?
Yes, and that was part of why they added the prize money for the kiddos, because their parents would be taxed on prizes and shit like that. Some of the lamer prizes that I discovered were the Word Master,
Oh, hell yeah.
which was the electronic dictionary thesaurus,
Ugh.
a picnic basket,
Put all your toys in it and have a
You
picnic.
just ran through 70 gallons of beans. Here's a picnic basket.
an exercise bike.
Ooh.
Is it a Peloton?
Oh, Jenna got excited about that.
No.
Snorkel masks. This one's great. Sweats. Sweats
I live
Express.
in Philly.
I know.
Snorkel your bathtub, kid.
Sweats Express, which was a line of sweatpants clothing.
Okay, that'd be kind of cool.
and Coca-Cola clothes.
Coca-Cola clothes.
Coca-Cola clothes.
There are little mittens with Coca-Cola on them.
Oh.
I'm still thinking about Sweats Express.
Sweats Express.
Yeah.
Which is more for a 40-year-old.
Yeah, it's some guy like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force runs like in
Preferred
Sweats
clothing
Express.
line of Baker.
Yeah. I don't leave the house in anything but sweats.
I work in what I'm comfortable with.
Same.
Well, I think we're on to lawsuits and injuries now, guys.
Finally!
And I think what's most surprising about Double Dare injuries is that there are so few of them.
Ugh.
Ow!
I know,
Yeah.
I want this to be more scandalous, you
I
guys,
want
but
kids
it's
dead.
really...
Damn it!
I want them dangling from the Sunday slide by their jaw.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting some like kind of an action park thing here, but it just
No, Double Dare had a team of lawyers and insurance people in place, and I know all the stunts and obstacles had to meet approval. And in addition, contestants had to fill out application forms, which would address any health or physical issues, and had to be signed by your doctor.
Yawn.
Oh.
I get that. Doctor. What was your doctor, Evan?
I'm Doctor.
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 Yes. Yes, I believe is the pudding slide is safe.
Well, I think they got Doctor to sign this kid's fucking application form because the kid with the glass bones somehow slipped through the cracks.
that sounds like a
Killed the
Lifetime show.
Sounds like a nursery rhyme that was rejected.
The kid with the glass bones slipped through the cracks.
He
There
has glass
he
bones.
goes,
He is
broke
invincible.
his back.
You cannot break.
Glass
I've
is
tried.
very strong, my friends.
So this kid and his parents failed to mention the pre-existing condition on their application.
Oh, he just slipped.
And this particular pre-existing condition involved brittle bones. This kid had already broken 17 bones in his life.
Going for a record.
Yeah, right. He's going to beat Evel Knievel, I swear to God. To quote Mark Summers, this kid said no, he had no broken bones, which probably was true. No, I have none presently.
I mean, if you're asking right
That's
now.
true. And if you asked my doctor, we went from obstacle 1 to obstacle 2. He slipped and fell, and the bone went right through his arm.
Finally.
I
Give it
left
to
the
me.
studio because I thought I was going to throw up. Robin Russo was like a nurse and amazing. Ends up that the kid had glass bones and he had broken 17 bones in his body. He couldn't go up a staircase without breaking a bone.
Hey,
So there was that.
hey, this kid's got glass bones.
Oh, look at this freak.
Look at him.
What the hell are we thinking letting him on here?
Jenna, do you want to read Robin Russo?
His arm was in an S. He was losing it this
You're
year.
losing it, kid.
Everyone was
losing it.
panicking.
Get your shit together.
Come on, kid. Get
Look at me. Psh,
Get
look
up.
at me.
Rub some
Look
dirt
at
on
me.
it.
Psh, Get up that
Walk
shit
it off.
mountain.
Walk it off. Get up, Fire Ant Mountain.
Get up, Fire Ant Mountain, pussy.
You want the word master or what?
I don't remember all the details, but I do remember going over and taking him under my wing.
Mark Summers said, the kid with the glass bones, sadly, that obstacle course was never completed. They figured after he got his arm repaired, he'd come back to run the course, but he
go
never
put him
did.
in a bubble.
He never did, and I felt bad for the kid. He never got to complete it.
What happened to the glass kid?
Let's try
Tale
to
of the
find
glass
him.
Is this like the
Child.
origin story of Samuel L. Jackson's character in Unbreakable?
Dana Calderwood. You want to do Dana Calderwood, Evan? They did medical forms.
Medical forms and history to allow you to become a contestant, and he clearly wasn't a candidate, and he knew it himself, but he just loved the show so that he lied to get on. I think he was more disappointed that he let the show down, and the fact that he was concerned about hurting himself. We felt terrible for the guy.
Yeah.
Poor little guy. Poor little bugger.
Poor little
Little
glass
guy.
boy.
Glass kid, and I break for you.
Poor little glass
And
bones,
that's-
Johnny.
I'll let Mark.
This
I
dick
do-
ain't glass.
I'd give him a hug, but it would break all his bones.
I know he can't even sue them. Oh God! Well, and I'll let Mark Summers here tell you about the second major incident, which is actually just going to be me. But here was the other one. We had an obstacle called the sewer chute.
Yes.
Aw, shoot. Which was
Hey.
which was you'd go up a ladder and then go down a ladder in a very narrow sort of plexiglass box, and the kid coming down fell backwards, and it looked like he snapped his neck.
Yes.
I thought he was
my
dead.
God.
If you see me on the chorus, all I say over and over again is, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay?" No, my fucking neck is
Yeah.
broken, Mark Summers. Jesus. Well, we go into the control room after the fact, and this kid should not be alive.
Ooh.
His neck snapped like I couldn't believe. Darby
Like a
used
twig.
to say, yeah, like a kid with glass bones.
Dummy.
And Jeffrey Darby used to say, when they're that young, they bounce.
Yeah.
That's what Pennywise says.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck him here, chuck
You
him
will
off there,
float, you
bounce.
will bounce.
But this one was scary as hell. So the kid only got to obstacle number 6, and we said, hey, nice job. You're doing great. See you tomorrow. Well, we found what? Well, we found out that the kid's father was an attorney. And he came into the control room afterwards and said, you know, that was a very dangerous obstacle course. Yeah, I know. We'll remember that. And he goes, a large screen TV was the prize for obstacle number 7. Then he takes out his business card and hands it to us and says, I'll be happy not to sue you guys if you give him the TV from obstacle number 7.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we've got a
Cool
problem
down.
here. I know. They went into a room, came back, and said, yes, sir, you want that TV? That's your TV. No problem. And that was the end of that. From that
Bribery.
point, they always looked into the kids' applications. And if any kid had a parent who was an attorney, they never got on the show.
What?
Mm-hmm. Way to ruin everything,
Yeah.
kid. Other
Smart.
kids' dad.
Marcus, is that you quietly cooing back there?
It's just
Coodle-doodle. Is
serenading me.
Yeah.
Is she over?
wait, is the cat with Marcus and he's singing to it, or what's going on?
Yeah, it's in the dryer again.
The cat's in the dryer in the silver spoon.
Cat in the washer to get real clean.
So there's a bleacher collapse that left an,
Oh.
an adult male with a sliced penis.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Now we're talking.
Yeah, that's a
Thoughts?
sliced penis.
I've seen a sliced penis or two on my table, and that is it.
That is one. But to be perfectly frank, I only found one mention of this in one article and could find nothing else regarding this incident, much to my disappointment.
Nickelodeon is definitely.
Nickelodeon, I think they keep a tight fucking grip
Yep.
on their shit.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. Legally,
We
Double
need a
Dare.
Reddit AMA with the sliced penis guy.
Yes, yeah.
If you're the sliced penis guy out there listening, leave
And-
us a comment below.
Yep, did you?
And Broken
And
Bones
please like and review
Kids.
us.
And Glass Bones Boy.
Oh, Glass Bones Boy.
Yeah, come on, Glass Bones.
Let's have a
boy.
panel
Come on.
of glass.
Well, he's probably like a
bones
he's probably like a
boys,
Sliced
glass.
penis
broken
guy.
neck
glass
kid,
man.
and sliced
He's a
penis
glass
guy.
bones man at this point. Yeah.
Glass bone man.
Isn't that an Alice in Chains song?
I am the glass bones man.
Slice my dick at the show.
Legally, Double Dare dealt far more with the don't try this at home scenarios legally than injuries. And these were referred to as nuisance cases and were generally settled out of court to avoid any public embarrassment. Much like Evan on the bus.
Yes.
A nuisance
I
case
always reach a settlement.
and a public embarrassment.
Let's just settle out of court on this one, eh?
I'm not taking you to court. I know.
Just
I know you
clarifying.
want a settlement. That's all you want.
There was the time that Mark Summers playfully took a bite from a styrofoam peanut out of the giant tank, pre-bean or post-bean, I do wonder, and said, "Oh, look, today in the tank we have styrofoam peanuts. Delicious." And a week after that episode aired, Double Dare received a letter from some kid's lawyer parents saying, "My kid started eating styrofoam peanuts because he saw Mark Summers do it. You
Your kid's
created."
a fucking idiot.
Maybe your kid should die.
Yeah, maybe your kid is just a weak link in the fucking chain of
I
humanity.
don't know about
and-
that. Kids just do dumb stuff they see on TV.
Yeah, kids eat shit too.
They do.
I mean, those kind of look like those styrofoam peanuts look like those $2 only popcorns.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A little bit. They look delicious. And my personal favorite, the lady who lost her sex drive due to a pie in the face.
Ooh, that would up mine.
Was it a
It's a
baker's
baker's
pie?
cream all
Baker's
on
cream,
me.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
She claimed that it caused her to lose her confidence and that men no longer found her attractive.
They only see the pie me.
Evan, you should read this Mark Summers quote about the pie.
We used to pie the parents like crazy. And if the parents weren't hit in the face hard enough, I would say, "That's not how you do it. This is how you do it." And I would really trash the parents. So we do the show on a Sunday. And on Wednesday, I get a call from the Viacom attorneys. "Do you remember when you threw a pie in a parent's face? Well, they're suing us because the lady says she can't have sex anymore since you threw a pie in her face." And I started to laugh my ass off. They ended up giving her $25K anyway.
Oh my
To
god.
go away. They get, just so
So,
she'd go away.
He
basically.
did it
Innocent
on a
sex
he did it
drive,
on a
this
Sunday,
pie.
and by Wednesday she was already like, "I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
a dry ass wife over here.
Dry wife.
I
The
can't."
well is dry.
Ugh. I call bullshit on that one.
Yeah, that's that. Well, that's why they were called nuisance cases.
Okay.
Because they're
really
fucking,
searching.
kind
God,
of a
I just
fucking
gotta
nuisance.
start suing current children's game shows.
Yeah.
Get some cash.
Just be like, "Hi, my son was on your show. I don't speak to his
My
father
son
anymore."
lost his sex drive after watching a woman get a pie to the face.
But poor Mark Summers also suffered harassment outside of court and outside of the show. To quote, "I used to have parents stop me and yell at me about my job, or they would be upset that, quote, my kids ruined my living room. They built an obstacle course. They put coffee grounds on my carpet." One Halloween, somebody knocked on my door and they said, "Oh my God, you're the guy from that terrible show." And I said, "What do you mean?" And they said, "Oh, my kids destroyed my house because of you." And my response to them was, "Be a parent. My job is to host TV shows. If you can't rule your kids, it's not my problem. It's your problem."
Yes, Mark.
Yeah.
When I came back,
Eat a dick.
when I came back outside that next morning after Halloween, this lady had taken all the styrofoam and filled my tree areas where all the dirt and flower beds were supposed to be. She came in and just destroyed my place as her big screw you kind of moment.
Hell yeah.
Wow, I wonder where the kids learn to be a little shit from.
Well, it's from
mommy.
Exactly. Oh, my kid's a shit. It must be TV's fault.
Must be your
The
fault,
TV
Mark
fault.
Summers.
I love that Mark Summers stands up to these fuckheads and is like, "You're a shitty parent, not my problem."
Yeah, he's pretty frank. He's pretty straightforward.
No, he's Mark.
I know, yeah, I knew someone was going to do that. I knew it. And speaking of parents and lawsuits,
Yes.
let's talk about Family Double Dare
Woo, woo,
for just a second. Because it's all fun and games until you're fucking parents show up.
Parents
Get up!
suck.
Get up!
Kids rule.
Ain't that the
Parents
truth?
drool.
Well, so for the kids, basically, they just wanted to be on Double Dare. That was like all they wanted. But parents were like, they want a fucking car.
Get your ass up that slide,
We're
Jimmy.
gonna
Getting
win a
that
car.
goddamn Volvo.
Yes.
We
We're gonna
need
get
that minivan.
And Family Double Dare offered higher cash prizes. So that was also an
Yep.
interesting fact, I guess. To quote Summers, the kids were great. It was when it became Family Double Dare that a few of the parents became idiots, especially when we started doing the nighttime versions when we gave away cars and trips to God knows where.
And booze.
A kid would miss.
Your dad won a fifth of captain.
Oh yeah, a kid.
Drink,
No!
slap.
No, not
Punch,
again.
drink, cry, to quote Patton Oswalt. A kid would miss the flag with 2 seconds left, and there were times when we had to separate a parent and a kid because the dad would be holding the kid in a chokehold, saying, "Damn it, I needed that car and you screwed up. I can't believe you didn't get that flag."
How am I going
You
to
were
get to
a
work?
mistake!
They need to do like anger management screening for the parents before they got on.
Psychological evaluation.
Really?
Yes, right?
Jenna, do you want to take the Robin Russo quote?
Of course. There was always one parent who did something stupid saying, "My kid should have won the bigger prize," and so on, and he was a mistake.
He was that's why I drink. Do you want to take the Harvey quote, Evan?
Sometimes the family dynamics didn't make you feel so comfortable. You felt bad for the kid. It was like, wow, I bet that kid has a really terrible life at home with the kind of emotional spleen venting they're putting up with.
Oh, dang.
But most of the time, that didn't happen. We would audition people, and the talent coordinators would get rid of the people they thought were mean or way too competitive.
Okay, that's good. So they did have
was
a
a
little
screening.
Yeah.
screening, but then some parents probably better actors and
guy's a
held it in.
psycho.
Yeah.
Douche parents.
Douche parents.
No douche parents.
Well, we are to the end, but you guys, there is no end.
Never.
There really isn't. Even though Double Dare,
What?
Is the end.
even though Double Dare, the first incarnation of Double Dare ended in 1993, it's never really ended. They toured it as a live show for 8 years. They're doing 40
be cool.
personal appearances a year and selling out shows on a regular basis.
I imagine it's just like an old timey circus bandwagon.
Double Dare's coming to town.
Yeah, they just ride up in rickety like wagons.
Who and beans.
Ma, the Double Dare train's coming to town.
Woohoo!
Mark Summers has a great story. Oh, this is my favorite story. Okay, I'm gonna let Evan. You got to read this story. That's why I saved it to last. This is my favorite. This is about a live show that they did one time.
The worst thing that ever happened to me was when I was playing a theme park in San Jose. And I would always go through the audience and pick out people just spontaneously. So I'm doing the show on Saturday, and there's this grown-up, like in his 30s, wearing a gigantic swastika around his neck.
Evan.
Forget that I'm a Jewish guy.
Oh!
It's, kind of politically incorrect to be wearing a swastika. So I'm doing the first show at 1 o'clock, and he's jumping up and down. Mark, pick me, pick me. I don't pick him. The second show, I go out, and he's in the same seat somehow, jumping up and down with his flapping swastika.
Oh.
Mark, pick me. And I didn't do it. When I come back for the Sunday shows, he's in the front row, and I don't pick him. He stands on his chair and yells, "You dirty fucking Jew! I'm going to kill you, you motherfucker! I come here for 3 shows and you don't pick me?" They wouldn't escort him out of the park, which I would not believe. I finished the show and said, "I'm not doing any more shows until you get this guy out of the park." And they finally escorted him out.
Oh my God.
Dirty Jew.
Even
Oh my
skinhead
God.
Nazis love Double Dare, you
Yeah.
guys.
Pick me!
This is all.
A flapping swastika.
I like that flapping swastika. That's really
It's like-
descriptive. Your
God.
swastika's blowing in the wind. I think Piper really enjoys these gummies. Mark Summers, this is a fun one. He continues to make Double Dare related appearances, and every year for Philadelphia Beer Week, he hosts Dunkle Dare.
Dunkle Dare.
Dunkle
Dare.
Dare, which is a drinking version of Double Dare for adults.
Oh, nothing
yeah.
could go
All
wrong.
the kids who are on the
Eric,
first
we got
season.
this.
I'm in.
What's
Let's
that?
do it.
For all the kids who are
From
adults
season
that-
one.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Glass Boy!
Glass man now, Eric. I'm a glass man, Mark. Don't touch me.
Slice penis guy!
Sliced penis bleacher guy. Bleacher accident
How
guy.
do you, all right, can we,
How?
What?
How do you slice your penis?
He
Well,
was in a collapsing
No,
bleachers.
I don't have
Oh, okay,
external
I just said that.
genitalia.
I don't.
The bleacher collapsed.
Maybe he had loose shorts on or something and got his ball bag.
I mean, it was the
pinched.
90s. It was a time for those loose.
It was the
short-
90s.
Well, I like the choice of the word sliced.
Yeah.
Though, too, that's a specific word.
Yeah.
That indicates, I mean.
Okay, do you think of it being horizontal or a vertical slice? Because I
no,
thought
I
of it
see
as
a diagonal.
No.
I'm imagining like
I'm thinking-
you know how they
Like a
cut like a
long
brat in half
diagonal.
or like,
Yeah.
like a hot dog?
Like if you're searing it, that's how I think of it.
Nope. I'm
Man.
thinking it was a clean, sharp pinch.
Horizontal. No, I think of
Horizontal.
vertical, and then
Man.
you fry it up and put some sauerkraut and some mustard and ketchup
It
on
always-
it.
It looks like a trimmer.
Oh, you're talking
mouth.
like down the head.
Yeah.
Oh, like split open head.
Yeah,
It's
like when you
two
microwave a
tongues.
hot dog too long and it like
Yes, sir.
splits open that way. Okay.
Oh, I don't think I can eat sausage.
Well, see,
for
A
I-
that.
little gack falls out.
Yeah.
You ever microwave a veggie dog?
Oh,
Those go wrong. Those
Ooh.
like blister and pop and
Yeah.
bubble in this like way
Mm.
where you're like, I don't know what this is made of.
Dog-
Vegetables.
Vegetarian
Healthy.
dog.
Recycled beans from Double Dare, 1992.
Double Dare has seen 2 revivals, one in 2000 and one in 2018. Double Dare set the tone and example for all kids game shows to follow in its footsteps.
Fun house.
Fun, but well, that was simultaneous.
Where are my fun house lovers out there?
Yeah, like Nick. All of a sudden, I have no more words. Double Dare set the tone, set the stage, set the bar, set the table.
Set the
for-
baker's cream.
Yeah, set the baker's cream for all kinds of other shows. And to quote Dana Calderwood as we wrap this up, Evan, why don't you take this last quote?
Come on, bring us up strong.
Bring us home, baby.
Yeah, bring us home.
Oh, yeah, that's good. We would get contestants coming off set, and sometimes audience members saying, "This is the best day of my life." On the one hand, that's kind of sad. But they were only kids at the time. You tend to look down on kids programming when you're a young working professional and you want to hit heights. But you come to learn that there's nothing cooler than doing something for kids.
Oh, not if you sound like that.
Yeah,
I don't want you to
I
hear
know.
my fucking kids.
And I've been doing something for kids ever since.
Well, my kids are
Why
made
I'm a
of glass.
volunteer
so-
Santa at the Philly Mall in July.
Do you wear Santa shorts?
Oh.
I wear a Santa onesie.
Oh my god.
Oh, like a wrestling onesie. Oh,
Snuggie big enough for 1.5.
Oh.
Is there room for 2 in there? I don't even want to.
Santa's elves.
Oh god. And that's it. Double Dare.
Double
Pack
Dare.
it on the floor.
Yeah.
Bam.
Double Dare.
Get out of here.
Damn, slash
That's
penis
it.
guy, we're sorry.
So just
Yeah, did you get that sewn back on? Do you think it was just dangling?
It's like,
Do you think it was
I'll
like
do it
a
myself. And he's
clean
just like,
slice
he gets his
or,
sewing kit out.
or a juicy dangler?
oh,
It's a clean slice.
yeah,
the
damn it.
juicy dangler.
I don't want to. And I don't know. I guess we don't have really.
That's just like, it's
Do we have to-
it's
what have
funny
we
because
learned?
Double Dare, literally, it's like such a one-of-a-kind children's program with like, I mean, just all the pure excess of fluids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
all the baker's cream.
All the
All
baker's
the,
cream.
like-
just getting stiffly whipped.
What a nightmare.
Do you think modern day kids can't do it because of all their allergies? Like,
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Is this pudding
Maybe.
a soy?
is this
Is
not
this-
GMO
Is
beans?
this obstacle course gluten free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up. Get in the beans.
Not like the old days. We didn't give a shit.
No.
Glass
no.
boy, get out there. Climb that mountain.
My kid has a peanut butter or peanut allergy. I don't care. Jump in the peanut
There's
butter.
styrofoam.
Trying to go to Busch Gardens or what?
Yeah. Need that minivan.
I know if we lose the game, we can still sue. So
Yeah.
it's fine.
Dude, those
way
lawyer
to get
parents
that
are
TV.
We're
vultures.
gonna get some prizes.
Those
What?
attorney parents are vultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suing
Well, you know.
baby Mark Summers left and right.
I don't think he
Free
was a
Summers.
baby.
Mark the baby Summers.
Mark the baby.
Mark
Oh, baby
Summers.
Summers.
Baby Summer.
Toddling in, fighting with baby Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. If I learned anything from the Double Dare, it's that Burt Reynolds is don't fuck with him on Leno.
You know, I love Burt Reynolds. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
If there's anything I learned from Double Dare episode is that Burt Reynolds is still alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Oh,
He's
God.
definitely not a
Big
little
dog
bitch.
AF.
Big
Yep.
dog. Big dog
Uh-huh.
vibes, 100%.
Rick
Alpha
Summers,
big
we love
dog.
you, but you're kind of a little bitch.
Yeah, you let Burt Reynolds make you into a little bitch, but still
We
like
still-
our
we
like
still
our
love him.
podcast.
I
and
feel like if
stuff,
I was in his
please.
position, I would also be a little bitch. I'd just be like, oh,
Yeah.
man, I'm not fucking with
yeah,
Burt
yeah.
Reynolds.
You
That's
kind of have
true.
to. If
I
you're
used to
with
come
Big
to-
Dog Bert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think anybody would eventually kind of defer to Bert's big dog.
Yeah.
I
I don't blame Mark for that.
I'll
I
be Bert's little bitch any day.
don't.
Yeah, you'd
Okay.
be Bert's little bitch.
Even now?
Mhm.
You'd let Bert put some baker's cream
Dead.
in your mouth.
He is dead.
Is he dead?
Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
Wait, we talked about that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
dead
Smoked
for like
so
years.
much.
much
Mandela, bro.
weed. I got Mandela on Burt Reynolds.
I'll let the ghost of young Burt Reynolds come into my dreams.
Brendan Fraser.
But-
yeah,
gonna be
what's
pissed.
Brendan
Yeah.
Fraser gonna say?
Would you prefer mustache Burt or clean shaven Deliverance Burt?
Mustache for sure.
Mustache
Yeah,
Burt.
I know.
Well,
it's
for
a
the
it's a
record-
it's a
Talk
Talk about a
no-brainer.
slip and slide.
Since I started as a Twitter account, I did follow fans of Brendan Fraser.
Yay!
That's why, because I looked in the
I
feed and I'm
wanted
like,
to
why is
follow-
there so much Brendan Fraser shit
Why
on here?
wouldn't
So-
there be?
Did
I
you
wanted
know?
to follow Brendan Fraser, but I wasn't sure if I was actually picking the right Brendan
Right.
Fraser. It's
Right.
like-
Spelling right.
There's a lot of burner accounts
Yeah.
that he has.
and I'm not
Yeah.
good at navigating social
Yeah.
media at all.
I think
mean,
Brendan
I die
Fraser is
inside.
actually responsible for the 2016 election.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
He's our
He just-
scapegoat.
Fucking Fraser.
Keep his name out of your mouth, and his
Keep
mouth
his
out of your mouth.
out of your mouth.
He stays on my trundle in my childhood bedroom.
Okay, I'll back off.
Thanks.
Well, I guess that's it.
Wow.
that it?
That
Do
was
you have
fun.
anything else to add?
That was very. That was
mean-
that was good, clean fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
it
was,
was.
more like
No, it
dirty,
was dirty
fun.
fun.
Only
was
one sliced
messy.
penis.
Yeah, I was a little
Mhm.
disappointed by
shabby.
that, but I'll
Could
take
use a
it.
little more.
I'll take
Only
it.
one glass bone kid.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, that's
I'm a
that's
glass
good.
man.
Help.
Glass man.
Glass man.
All right.
Well, I guess that's it. I got nothing. I ran out of things to say.
I'm content.
Bye bye,
I feel good.
everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. Just follow us on
Tuning in.
social media.
Yeah, do
Ugh.
that.
God, do we have
stuff.
to do that every fucking time?
I don't
If you
feel
follow us
comfortable
on
with it.
Twitter, I'll follow you home.
Yeah.
Nice.
Don't
That's-
tweet out of your bushes.
If
at
you're
you.
Promise
a-
and a
Right.
threat.
Tweet, tweet.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Sorry for laughing.
Thank you for listening. This has been a production of Penguin Cat Media. Oh, hell yeah. We take our coffee black like our soul.